Real estate's booming, ownership is rising, there's a whole lot happening in the property sector. And if you're somebody who's looking to invest, then this episode is for you because I've got Rajender Prasad, founder of Money Maestro, speaking to me about finding the right mortgage at the right time, at the right place, loan over mortgages, mortgages over loans, how to assess your priorities, what you should know, especially for young buyers, some practical tips in there. So go check out the episode. And until the next one, stay tuned. This is Karishma, and I'll be back yet again. Until then, tata. Thank you so much, Raj, for joining me on this episode of Karishma Connect. Well, apart from the fact that I love the sort of money maestro, the rhyme in your brand name, there's a whole lot more that I'm looking forward to, discovering on this podcast. So thank you so much for joining me once again. Thank you for making the time, and I look forward to sharing your story.
Thank you, Karishma. Thank you for the invitation.
Most welcome.
Yeah.
Now, to begin with, first question I asked on this podcast, the first question I always ask listeners is tell me about your journey so far because it's been a long journey, as I have just heard from you, and I would love my listeners to know as well. Tell me about that journey. How did you start?
Perfect. So I'll start. My journey started in UAE in March 2005. So I'm completing my 19th years in UAE this month.
Mm.
And before coming to UAE, I was in India with banking with jobs only. I have spent my good time with Kotak Mahindra Bank in India and Citibank. And when I came to UAE, I got opportunity to work with ABN AMRO Bank.
Mm.
So initial stage when I was in UAE in ABN AMRO Bank, I was working for a retail banking site in company payroll. But my mortgage journey, my mortgage career started in 2007 October with Standard Chartered Bank. So I have spent long time with Standard Chartered Bank, Mashfiq Bank, National Bank of Abu Dhabi, which converted to FAB later on. I have spent
Yes.
time with Mashfiq Gold and private banking also in mortgage business.
Mm.
So I spent around 13, 14 years in banking in mortgage side only. Mortgage was always my core business and my passion because linked to real estate and investment, which makes wealth for the any investor. Then I started Money Maestro in 2020 September at the time of Corona. The idea behind opening this type Money Maestro because when you are working for one bank, you are bound to sell only that specific product to your client. You have to prove that this is the best solution for them,
Mm.
right? But when we are working with Money Maestro, here we are connected, we are associated with all the major banks of UAE. We
Mm.
can give you the complete spectrum of different bank, different possibility, different
Mm.
investment solutions under one roof.
Mm.
So you don't have to go to multiple bank to do see the competitive analysis, to do the comparison and check other bank offerings for you.
Very true.
So
Yeah.
we are working with all the bank parallelly, and after understanding our client and knowing them better, we are definitely in position to give them the best solution. We
Mm.
guide them, we educate them about their need, and we do their suitability and affordability assessment. Then we find out the best solution, and we take care of their end-to-end home buying journey in UA. So that's what we do. That's what we must journey.
And how have you seen the market evolve from the time you started to where it is now, which I think is a very, very fast paced evolution that has happened, especially since COVID? Tell me something more about all of that.
See, there are two type of market evolving happening in two direction. One is technology side. One
Mm.
is return side. When we talk about the return, that market is always under a cycle. Market goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, keep on changing. Right? If you see the return side, this is the beauty of the market. The market cycle will keep on revolving because the market will always keep going up. At certain point of time, it will become out of anybody's reach because it's always going up. So due to some multiple factor, market will keep on changing. And if market is going up, maybe eventually it will come down again, will keep going up. So people make profit, people enter into real estate investment, they exit again. And people make profit. If you talk about technology side, we have seen a huge changes in the real estate business now, because especially after Corona, when our business has gone completely paperless, completely contactless. There was a time when we used to source one mortgage file in a bank. It used to be approximately 5 kg file. So you can see 5 kg file for one mortgage client. Now there's no paper involved. We speak to client on phone, on email, we chat on WhatsApp, we understand their need, we do an online meeting, we collect all documents digitally, we prepare their file, we prepare the proposal, get the paper done, accepted on the application form, send to bank all digital document, get the approval done, everything is contactless. Client goes to bank only at the last stage to sign the loan agreement, and things are done and dusted. The things have become so easy and so convenient for the home buyer and investors as well now after Corona.
Why Money Maestro? What is your vision with the brand itself?
I'll tell you. See, we'll start from the service side. What we do, our core business is home finance consultancy. So basically, the day anyone planning to buy a property in UAE, the idea comes in their mind, they connect with us the same, very much same day. So from that day, when you are thinking of buying a property, we understand their need, what is what they want, what is their affordability, what kind of budget and repayment capacity they are holding, what kind of area they're looking. So from that day onward, we work with them closely. We start their mortgage approval process, finding a best solution for them because everybody is unique. Everybody had different requirement, capacity, and the different plan and long-term vision. So after understanding that thing, we give them a solution of particular bank and we start their application process in a bank. Sometimes it can be one bank, sometimes it can be more than one bank, right? So after getting loan approval, we tell them, "Okay, okay, now this is approval is done, so you are good to go ahead because now there is no risk on your suitability and mortgage approval." They go in the market, they meet some real estate agent, see multiple property. Once they select the property, then we start the next process of getting property valuation done, account opening in a bank, final approval done, final loan conversion, then loan dispersal, getting their transfer appointment. And when we are in the picture with the client, we deal with everyone on behalf of our client. So basically, when you're buying a property, you have to deal with approximately 5 to 6 parties.
Yeah.
So you are know nothing client, but you don't know how to deal with all these people. Because when in a property transaction, you are a buyer, there is a seller, seller's agent, buyer's agent, your bank, seller's bank, if property is already mortgaged, developer, Dubai Land Department, trustee, sometime lawyers. So no nothing customer can never deal with all those people. And when there are
True.
multiple parties involved in one transaction, everybody has their self-interest.
Yeah.
Who will safeguard your interest? So you need somebody as a lawyer, or you can say as a doctor, or you can say as a banker, to take care of your interest during this transaction and
Yeah.
safeguard yourself during dealing with all these people in one property transaction. So that's what we do.
That's where
We
money is.
ensure that home finance journey is smooth and pleasurable for our client. That's our main objective. That's our vision.
And then tell me, what are your views on taking a mortgage versus a loan?
See, loan, when you say loan, what is loan? Loan means a property purchase, or loan can be a cash loan from different sources. Mortgage means simply buying the property through bank finance. So bank is financing your property. That is called mortgage.
Mm.
Taking bank assistance to buy a property. Loan can be in different shape. Like you can borrow, take a personal loan from bank. You can borrow money from your family circle or something, then buy a property.
Mm.
Why we say go for mortgage, one for personal loan? Because as per central bank guideline in UAE, first of all, I'll tell you this mortgage product and all banking products are under the central bank guideline. So central bank decides some rule to ensure that all the parties are safe and entering in an agreement. It can be bank, it can be land department, it can be home buyer. So there are some principles. We can go in detail, but that's a long process then. So when you take for example, if you take a personal loan is given for shorter period. Bank cannot give you personal loan for more than 4 years. So if you take 1 million dirham personal loan for 4 years versus 1 million dirham mortgage, which can be up to 25 years. So because of the higher tenure, your repayment will be shorter in mortgage. And
Okay.
mortgage is a secure product for the bank because this is against property. Property is a collateral security for the bank. But personal loans are not secured. So because personal loan is insecure, so rate of interest will be higher in bank versus for mortgage, which is secured and long term. cheaper for you. That's why you go for mortgage. You can't go for personal loan. You cannot compare both the things.
But what if you're self-employed? What should you
Yes.
consider when you're looking at a mortgage?
For self-employed, mortgage is the only option, not a personal loan, because self-employed people they don't get personal loan. Personal loan is given only to a salaried people. They're working for certain limited listed company in a specific banks.
Mm,
Self-employed people, what they can do, they might go for kind of business loan, which is very high in cost. I think three time of mortgage cost. So there is no
mm,
comparison at all.
mm,
Business loan is for shorter period. Business loan amount is very small because it is also again an unsecured loan. But mortgage loan for them as well, completely available easily for any kind of line of business you are. In fact, mortgage you can get as a non-resident if you're not living in UAE, you're not working in UAE. Anyone, anywhere in the world, they want to buy property in UAE, they can take mortgage in UAE. So
But what do
self-employed, salaried, resident, non-resident, everyone.
are there any things that you think they should keep in mind? That's things that people don't know about the process itself that you can educate
Hmm.
them on.
See, process-wise, of course, yeah, that's the core of my business to take care of the process and make sure that things are going smooth for the client. So once they come to us at the initial stage when they're planning to buy a property, that
Mm,
day itself we understand their need and who they are and what they are doing, what is their repayment capacity monthly, what is their down payment arrangement. So accordingly, we educate them and guide them in case if they have to wait for 3 months or 6 months to ensure that their approval part will be taken care smoothly. In fact, there are many clients they spoke to me like 3 months before and 6 months before. So accordingly, they're preparing their document. So once we present them in a bank, they meet the lending criteria of the bank and get the best solution. So what they can do before they think of buying a property, immediately contact a specific mortgage consultant if they don't know. And they know they can definitely connect with the right people, right company to start the process for them. Maybe sometime we might ask them to wait for some time, 3 months, 6 months,
mm.
and when they come to a right budget situation, when they know their repayment capacity has improved, accordingly they should plan. And second thing, we suggest all the people not to get over leveraged because maybe today if you're earning good and you are going for high end property, so we say, okay, maybe you might have some existing obligations. So you have to consider those obligations in mind. You have to consider your upcoming future expenses. So accordingly, you have to make your budget and go for the property adventure because it's a long-term commitment, 20 to 25-year commitment. You are committed with the bank for quite good some time. So accordingly, we have to ensure that you are in the right financial situation.
And tell me, Raj, there's a huge, at least from my knowledge of the industry, I have seen that there's also a growing interest from younger buyers coming in the market. How do you
True,
recommend it's there, right? How do you recommend
true.
them navigating mortgage scenarios?
This is a
Because
very good question you have asked me. Yeah,
they don't have that kind of some do, some don't. They are still
yeah,
navigating. How do you recommend them?
yeah. See, what we have experienced in last couple of years. If you talk about 10 years before, property used to be a luxury investment. It was not meant for everyone. But if in the last 2 3 years we are experiencing that property has anyway property anyways your need. You need property. If you're not buying property, you will be paying rent,
True.
right? But now everybody or anybody can dream to buy a property. Even I have seen people earning 10,000 dirham and 12,000 dirham. They can afford
Hmm.
to buy a two-bedroom apartment easily. It was
Wow.
never possible 10 years before. So
Yeah.
now end users are there in the market. Around 70% real estate transaction we are experiencing with the end users, not with the investors.
Hmm.
And all those end users are the maximum portion of this end user segment right now belong to a age group of 35 to 40.
Wow.
In
Hmm.
many cases, we have seen people below 30 also, they're buying property. Like if
Interesting.
a guy working in UAE for last 1 year or 2 year getting married now, so he knows this thing. How long I'll keep paying my rent, and when you keep paying rent for let's say 5 year, 10 year, what do you get at the end? Nothing.
Mm, mm,
But instead of paying rent, if you start paying your mortgage, after some point of time, you will make a great amount of saving in terms of your equity in the property.
mm,
Additionally, property will give you property appreciation on your capital.
mm.
That is also a profit. So your
Yeah.
property can save for you whatever you save in 5 year. It can save more than for you, more than that 5 year saving in 5 year
Mm.
for you.
What do you think about the kind of information that buyers and property, those looking to buy or sell property have in the current market? And how do you think the current market can enhance that? How can players like yourself kind of enhance the knowledge aspect? Because not everybody has that kind of knowledge in the market, is what I've understood so far.
See, first of all, the beauty in my product is we are not charging home buyer for our services. In any ways, we are covered by the bank. So we welcome anyone who are thinking to buy a property even now or maybe after 6 months down the line, or they have any kind of dream of owning a property in UAE. So they are always welcome to contact us, connect with us, and understand the process of home buying journey and understand their budget and need analysis. So we guide them, educate them, help them to understand the right way of buying property and the way forward they can, prepare their financial plan and long-term goals. So we are always educating people. We are publishing on our social media and our website and some newspaper also different kind of article. We are working on this side as well to create more awareness and give the right education and the solution to the client.
When is a good time to invest? And if it's now, then why is it a good time to invest?
See, there is no right time. You cannot time the market. Market will keep moving slow or fast. Market will keep going up and down. But interesting thing is, if you see the market today, and if you see the market after 5 years, and see the market after 10 years, you will see the market always upside. There will be a fluctuation in the market, like any other commodity market. Market will keep going up and down. If you see the market every 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, but in long term horizon, market will always go up. And if you're not buying today, you'll pay rent. If you keep paying rent, you don't get any return. And every year you get surprise from your landlord, right or wrong. So better to take decision as soon as possible. The day when you are ready, create your own asset. Property will always pay you back double in 5 year time minimum. You can consider 5 to 7% appreciation year on year in terms of your capital appreciation in your down payment. At the same time, you're saving money from your rental part because if you're paying a 10,000 dirham monthly installment instead of paying your rent, from 10,000 dirham, 30-40% comes back in your equity. So whatever installment you have paid in 5 years, you can say 30 to 40% will come back in your equity. Again, it will become your asset in the property, your share in the property.
True.
But if you have paid 5 year rent, after 5 years, you have no right over the property, and every year you have surprise of paying higher rent also.
Yeah, yeah, very true.
So you should not wait for right time to take decision. At least one property for self occupancy, everybody should buy. End of the day, this is your home. Your emotions are connected. Your finances connected, and this is your investment as well. And property. And the second thing, when we are talking about the lending or mortgage is not just a borrowing. I always
Mm,
tell my client it's a tool of investment
mm,
to enter in a real estate part. You are investing maybe in gold or you're investing in some other share or mutual funds also. This is
mm,
also a tool of investment in real estate sector to mortgage. At the same time, you're enjoying your own house. You have
yeah,
liberty to beautify your own house, right? Which you cannot
yeah,
do in your rented apartment.
yeah. May there be many more money maestros with you. And thank you so much for joining me once again, Raj, and sharing some really practical insights because I know that that's what people really need. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Karishma. Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.